South Central in the late 1980s, Michel'le's debut album resulted in 3 top 10 hits and also forced a fresh connection between R&B and hip-hop. But her search for love ultimately took Michel'le to a dark and dangerous place. Michel'le Denise Toussaint grew up in South Central Los Angeles. Her father served in the military and worked as a custodian while her mother was employed by the school district. But her home life was unsettled from the early beginning. Due to that, Michel'le would say music was her safe haven at an early age. In her teenage years, Michel'le was performing in her school talent shows. Her singing caught the ear of a local rapper, and he sent her off to audition for Alonzo Williams, who was from the world-class Wrecking Crew, a LA-based hip-hop crew that had released 2 albums. But a lot of people were surprised by her voice. It wasn't the same one she used to sing. One day, when the crew's regular singer, Mona Lisa, couldn't make it to rehearsal, Alonzo called on Michel'le to record a song called Turn Off the Lights. The success of Turn Off the Lights in 1987 marked Michel'le as a singer on the rise. And it also caused her to gain more than musical attention from one member of the world-class Wrecking Crew, Dr. Dre, an up-and-coming DJ. Dr. Dre was moving on up, and by 1988, he'd left the Wrecking Crew to join NWA. Looking to expand their brand on Ruthless Records, Eazy-E and Dr. Dre turned to Michel'le. In 1989, No More Lies shot to the top 10 on the dance, R&B, and Hot 100 charts and sold solid gold. She quickly followed that success with the release of her self-titled debut album, Michel'le, and another provocative single built for the dance floor called Nice Tea. But her relationship with Dr. Dre offstage wasn't the greatest. While she kept quiet about the abuse publicly, she channeled her traumatic feelings about their relationship into music. Something in My Heart would become Michel'le's 3rd top 10 single, rising to number 2 on the R&B charts. Michel'le's next single, If, continued to show that romantic heartache she felt. It would become the 5th album to chart from Michel'le's first album. With 3 top 10 singles, Michel'le's 1990 debut album was certified gold within months of its release. It was highly successful due to the appeal of Michel'le's songs and voice, and with Dr. Dre's production. Riding the album's success, Michel'le joined MC Hammer's 1990 tour alongside Troop, After 7, and Oaktown 357, but her road trip was cut short by a revelation. She would find out that she was pregnant. Her and Dr. Dre's son, Marcel, would be born in 1991. Not long after, Dr. Dre left Ruthless Records for Death Row, ran by Suge Knight, and when Dr. Dre's debut album in 1992, The Chronic, became a multi-platinum hit, Michel'le says she felt more isolated than ever. For the next 4 years, Michel'le disappeared from the music scene as well. Then in 1995, she got a break when a song she had been writing caught the ears of Daz Dillinger from the Dog Pound. And for Michel'le, a very different sound and look. It became a top 10 hit, peaking at number 5 on the rap charts. Michel'le had gotten back into the game, and though her relationship with Dr. Dre remained unsettled, she developed a friendship with Death Row mogul Suge Knight, who lent her support, she says, when she decided to clean up by going into rehab. And when Dr. Dre broke away from Suge later that year to start his own record label, Michel'le didn't go with him.
Did Dre know that you were messing with Suge?
I'm sure after that the man was getting ready to get married. What did he care?
Okay, well, I mean, it's a little weird, don't you think?
No, I don't.
that
I watched this man sleep with all of our friends for the whole 9 years of our relationship. Mind you, never stopped sleeping with his baby mama. That when I met him,
okay.
10 years they still slept together.
Not long after, her relationship with Dr. Dre would end for good. By the late 1990s, Michel'le was at a crossroad nearly a decade after her last album was recorded. She would go back in the studio to record another one, this time with Suge Knight as her mentor. Shortly after that, Michel'le's relationship with Suge would grow into something serious. But as her release date came, she would say that her music became a problem as many of the songs she wrote reflected on her years with Dr. Dre, and Suge was not happy about it. When Michel'le's Hung Jury album was finally released in 1998, there were no hits to be found on it. And as the album came and went, Suge was sent to prison for parole violations, and in his absence, he would arrange for Michel'le to have his power of attorney, and then in 1999 they married for reasons that Michel'le believed were strictly business.
Who wants to go into prison? I'd never been in prison to go stay for 3 or 4 days. I had to be on like Vicodin just to try and get through.
Many of Suge's holdings were put in Michel'le's name, putting her in a difficult spot when the feds came calling. After Suge's release from prison in 2001, Michel'le says their relationship worsened and it included physical abuse. The breaking point ironically came with the birth of their daughter, Bailey, in 2002. By the early 2000s, Michel'le was back on her own, single, financially destitute, and with her recording career in shambles, but she said she was determined to nurture the joy in her life, her young daughter, Bailey. Michel'le began to open up about her past in 2013 as a cast member of the show R&B Divas, where she would confess to feelings of depression and thoughts of suicide. Then in 2016, there came a Lifetime network film called Surviving Compton with actress Ryan Brown playing Michel'le on the screen.
Now let's move along. I watched, I was riveted, I cried. There was absolutely no laughter. And this is the story that a lot of us have been waiting for years. Why did you do this movie?
I didn't want to do this movie. I think when I was absent from their movie, the people started talking. And then they made the opportunity visible.
Now remember, their movie was Straight Outta Compton, which was very good. We saw it in the movie theaters. It was #1 in the box office for that particular weekend. But I think that your movie told a whole different story.
These days, Michel'le is still performing her greatest hits. We wish her the best. Thanks for watching Urban TV On Demand, and make sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications for the upcoming videos we have.